as much as the Premier League is the most competitive league in the world, based on the number of teams that they have to compete against each other, based on the number of exciting players, the number of exciting managers that they have in that league, right? We must not take away the fact that there are other leagues that are very, very competitive when in the sense of being competitive, right? For example, the Serie A. A lot of us don't really talk about the Serie A as much as we need to. And I think one of the reasons why we don't talk about the Serie A so much is because there are very, very few, players of interest in the Serie A, right? When you talk about players of interest, we're talking about top players. How many really, really top players are present in the Serie A for you to talk about? There are very, very few, right? And these top players are not scattered around the different teams. But in terms of competitiveness, the Serie A is very, very competitive. I'm very, very happy about, the progress of Como in the league this season. This season, we have seen Como as one of those teams that are potentially going to make it to the Champions League, right? One thing about the Serie A is that every season we see, uprising of different teams. We saw Atlanta rise through the ranks, in the Serie A. We've seen teams like Sassuolo rise through the ranks in the Serie A. We've seen teams like Bologna rise through the ranks in the Serie A. Now, this season, we are seeing Como coming into that conversation of, teams to go to the Champions League from the Serie A. Right now, looking at the Serie A table, I feel like Inter Milan is going to win it, right? I feel like Inter Milan has the most quality in this year. They have the best squad, they have the best players, and I feel like right now they are in pole position to win it. They are currently sitting 69 points, 6 points top of the table ahead of AC Milan, right? Initially, I felt like Napoli would stand a chance to win the Serie A this season, but due to the injuries of players like Lukaku, players like Kevin De Bruyne, this has halted Napoli's progress, in winning the title. But overall, when we talk about competitiveness in a league, Serie A is one of those leagues that are very, very competitive. Since 2019, we've been seeing a different winner of the league every single season. You cannot say the same for the Premier League, right? Manchester City have practically dominated the Premier League in the last, 6, 7, 8, 9 years, right? They have totally dominated the league. But in the Serie A, since 2019, we've been seeing a different winner every single season. We've seen AC Milan win the league. We've seen Inter Milan win the league. We've seen Napoli win the league, right? We've seen Atlanta come close to winning the league. We've been seeing different teams, popping up left, right, and center. So, in as much as we are hailing the Premier League, we should not overlook leagues like the Serie A when we're talking about competitive leagues in football.